professors, representative of the Senate present, to all representative of the head of agencies, our executive directors, CEOs in organization for persons with disability are here with us. This is to tell you this summit is one of its kind and it's timely, where we engage the duty bearers, the policy makers in position of authority, and all MDAs, providing the technical expertise needed to fulfill the inclusion and accessibility standard outlined in the Disability Act.
Here to represent the head of the Civil Service of the Federation, Mrs. Didi Esther Wilson-Jack.
Today with the ramp, this good enough ramp. And I'm not trying to be judgmental here. Our own ambassador's residence has the same issue. If you come in a wheelchair, you have to go all this long way around and come into the back. It's something we need to improve so that everybody can come in.
As we gather for this Inter-Ministerial and Inter-Agency Disability Rights Awareness Summit, let us pay tribute to the organization.
Next time we come here, the next time we go anywhere, the Federal Executive Council needs to do, the distinguished senator needs to know, accessibility is the second pillar of the Disability Act. We need to tackle it front and center. There's a hotel in this town, and I won't mention the name. We all agreed as development partners moderator to stop going because they could not build the ramp. So we took our money elsewhere. And then they followed us when they did the right thing. And then we began to come back one by one by one. In other words, we are testing their commitment. We must test our commitment.
2018.
On the 12th of November 2024, the Association of Accessibility Professionals, AAP, in partnership with the Office of the Senior Special Assistant to the President on Special Needs and Equal Opportunities, hosted a landmark Inter-Ministerial and Interagency Disability Awareness Summit. The event brought together key representatives from various government ministries and agencies, including the Head of Service and the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAM, underscoring the collective commitment to advancing accessibility and inclusivity in Nigeria. Participants heard powerful keynote addresses and contributions from influential disability rights advocates and ministry representatives. Discussions centered on critical issues facing persons with disabilities in Nigeria, identifying actionable strategies to foster inclusive environments across government services, educational institutions, and public spaces. Engineer David Atta, the national president of the Association of Accessibility Professionals, delivered a compelling speech emphasizing AAP's mission to enhance accessibility and inclusivity nationwide. He highlighted AAP's vision for a more accessible Nigeria, stressing the urgent need to address barriers that prevent full participation for persons with disabilities.
Assembly complex. And then also, we're going to check all ongoing projects and all other projects that have been done, because driving through Abuja, there are some, what they call it, pedestrian flyovers that you see that it's not even accessible at all. We only have Abuja and Area 3. That's one. Then basically some schools, some hotels, and even the NYC camp, just like he spoke, and even banking. We're even trying to work out modalities, so there could be facial, because as an ex-banker, I've experienced a lot of fraudulent acts that have been done to blind people in my days of banking. So we're trying to see how even the banks and some other places will establish facial recognition for the blind, and then maybe for the deaf also. There are maybe thumbprints and some other things. So they're talking about facilities, like you said. There are even areas where people with disabilities are not even recognized, like shopping malls. So I think there's a lot of them now, because I've witnessed several times that I will have to even take the money and help the person get and then come give the person. So by the special grace of God, as the job has been given to me to do, and we have commenced, by the time we are done with the audit of the National Assembly, we are coming to your place, head of service, and all other MDAs. So we'll start from the government home, and then before we go to the private sector. Thank you very much.
Wow, that was great. Thank you.
How does these programs align with the missions and objective of AAP?
It aligns with the mission and objective of AAP due to the fact that the organizer of the program, in the person of the SSA, to the president, Isa Muhammad, is part of our members, and we are partnering with the office of the SSA to the president on people with special needs. I would like to share to the public about today's event is just to let them know that we are out there trying to make sure that there's accessibility for the PWDs, the persons with disabilities, in all facilities of the Federation, including the government and the private sectors, including schools, hospitals, and every other facilities.